Hi there, I'm Jules here at the Body Retreat, and it's time once more for us to give our Retreat Reads recommendation. Now, right now in the UK, we're in the middle, well, we're not in the middle, we're at the beginning of our coronavirus lockdown. We've had a scary couple of weeks that being bombarded by news that just seem to get worse and worse and worse. And it can seem very easy to become overwhelmed by all of the negative news that's around us right now. Now, it is true that we are in some very scary and dark times, but I don't think that means that we can give up on hope and on joy and on possibility. And so that brings me to today's retreat read. So today's book I would like you all to go and get a copy of is What I Know For Sure by Oprah Winfrey. I think that now is a time for us to not only be connected with what is happening in our world and to wake up and make some choices about what's going on out there, but it's also an opportunity for us to be quiet and reflective. And a little book like this is a great way of being able to sort of bring your thoughts together. This little book is actually a collection of articles that Oprah has written across 14 years in writing in her own magazine, where she wrote a weekly column called What I Know For Sure. And the basis of that is she was asked a question on a television show about what she knew for sure. And the question stumped her because she thought, I don't think I know anything for sure, because life is on ever-shifting sands. But going away and reflecting on what she did know for sure and writing about that in those columns really helped her to get very clear about what she did know for sure. The book is written into chapters. There is joy, there is resilience, there is possibility. But the chapter that has connected with me most right now is the chapter on connection. This word connection is my word for this whole pandemic that we are facing right now. Remaining connected, connected to yourself, connected to your community, connected to your family, connected to the world around us. And so I'm just going to read you a little bit from one of the passages in Connection. What I will say is you're probably going to want a box of tissues when you read this book, but in a good way. In times of crisis, I've always marveled at the way people reach out with words of encouragement. I've had moments of real devastation in my life. We all have. But I've been sustained by the grace and love of friends who have asked, is there anything I can do to help? Not knowing that they already have just by asking. I'll never forget when, after a particularly difficult setback a few years ago, a friend stopped by unexpectedly. As I sat and closed my eyes, he began to sing. When I opened my eyes and wiped away the tears, he smiled at me. I just came to remind you, you don't have to carry this load all by yourself. To know that people care about how you're doing when the doing isn't so good, that's what love is. I feel blessed to know this for sure. Gosh, I must have read that maybe 12 times in the run up to preparing for this little video, and it still gets me. There are so many beautiful words in this book. So please do yourself a favour in these dark days and connect yourself to beauty, to joy, to love and possibility. On the back cover of her book, Oprah writes, I know for sure your journey begins with a choice to get up, step out and live fully. And while we may be under lockdown and while we may be facing some dark and difficult times, we still do have a choice to get up every morning, to step outside of our comfort zones and to live as fully in this moment as we can. And that for me remains remaining connected. So this month's retreat read recommendation, What I Know For Sure by Oprah Winfrey. Get yourself a copy, put the kettle on, get yourself some tissues and enjoy.